BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guest here, Burky from GameToppers LLC, and Steve was bringing up family games that you don't turn down, Mutton Bustin. So I had taught this to my little grandbugs, and one of them, Evie, came up and said, "Man, Pop, I really want to play that sheep game again." So, Steve, when someone like that says, I mean, you drop everything and you go to the GameToppers LLC table, you put that game, and you get it set up. And so we played Mutton Bustin. Now, I'm going to tell you this is not a deep Euro or a lot of strategy. It's a very silly game. What you're doing is it's one player against the other players during the turns, and you're trying to score as many points as possible. Basically, just trying to go around that track that you see on the screen with your little sheep. You're riding a sheep. Is this something they do up in the Midwest or up north?
We actually, in the rodeos, the young kids actually will do mutton busting and sometimes calf riding instead of bull riding. But the calves are pretty good size.
I mean, we do that kind of stuff down there. I've just never seen this part, but that's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to hang on for dear life on the sheep. So the sheep all have dice. They're rolling those dice, and every time they pop, there's only on one of the 6 sides there's a sheep. If they pop that sheep, they can put it in that corral in the center. And if they fill up the corral with all 6 dice, you get bucked off. Your job is to go around that board in the center, and you're rolling a 6-sided die. And all you got to do is match the number of the next space. So the first one's a 1, super easy, right? One, anything 1 and above, you move on. The next one's a 2, and it just gradually builds as you're going up there. You're just trying to get that number or higher. The trick, though, is that they have those cards in the middle. One's dexterity, one pile is verbal, and the other one is kind of a combination. And every time you or the sheep do something correctly, you have to do whatever it says on the card. So it might be something like name a movie, but substitute sheep in the title. So you got to think of Pirates of the Sheepabean, something like that. And you're trying to think of this while you're rolling dice and while everybody's doing this all at the same time. So it's one of those chaotic games. It's not to be taken seriously. It's just fun. But she started tweaking it right away because she was like, "Pop, you need to roll with your left hand. So you're going to have to keep that card." So the entire game I had to play with my left hand to kind of make it even. And then you're supposed to do it every round where you switch cards. But if she found it, oh, look, there's some good ones. Evan's going to come up with a bunch of them. Glorious Sheepsters. So, Burky, if she found a card that she really liked, that was it. She would keep it for as long. There was one that you had to make explosions. So she loved making these long, drawn out. It's just a silly little game, and I got to admit, it was fun. And of course, a Space Sheep Odyssey. I like that. The winner. So Burky over there, up there up north, the Cowboys down here. If you win the rodeo, they got these giant belt buckles that they wear actually to the rodeo, but they really win them. And you want to win that buckle, right? Big old silver buckle. Well, 25th Century includes a big giant cardboard buckle, and you get to take a picture with it.
Oh, perfect.
Hopefully you can see that in the picture right there.
Yeah, I do. Yep, that's cool.